Hello, everybody. How you doing? Hi, Jenny. Hi, Geshab. Hi, Hasid. Sputnik. All over Europe. London, Brussels. It's a Bruxelles. Yo, Jay. Okay, good. So, already 24 people. Um, I'm going to do a quick live stream today. I have some, yeah, anyway. Some bad stuff that are taking my attention now. But I cannot miss the stream today since I just bought some Bitcoin. Just checking a bit network. Everything seems fine. I had problem trying to do live streams this week for the crew, but I think I find a solution. And YouTube is saying my connection is excellent, so it's fine. Just I added a bit of delay, so if you comment, I will see only, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds later. But it should help also to not have too much streaming issue. Anyway, so what happened this week when it was one kind of a ride, right? I don't know why I deleted that. We had this very nice wedge that was building. We did broke that wedge up. We did broke it up on the RSI as well. So we had nice confluence. I think it was here. We had volume in it, especially after the break. We had a nose move. So I was kind of looking for potential trapped when we were here, but yeah, this move was really strong. And now we did had a nice dump today. Yesterday, I mean. Today was a nice dump. So I want to stay with that count. It's quite hard to define, but the other possibility is that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then if this is just a correction of all these moves, it's really a quick correction. I mean, yeah, why not? So if that it, I mean, right now we have probably reaching a complete 5 waves down. So maybe we'll do just a 1, 2 and continue down. That's a possibility, but I think we are due for some relief here, at least here, but I'm kind of still targeting 42k. It's don't pull field from here, but yeah, we still have confidence with a 50% on log. No, I'm not on log, right? Maybe. Yeah. I don't think we need log here. Anyway. So yes, and now we have also more confluence between the golden pocket and the value area high. It's a bit more precise because it was both before. So that's kind of what I'm targeting from this. There is a lot of volume, but that seems to be like capitulation volume. I mean, that's the highest volume we had since that stop here at the bottom, since the bottom. But I doubt this will be the low. I mean, we still have that count in mind, which is the flat, which fits several scenario. So of course, we're gonna have to move this here. And you know, I think I said last week, for this count to play out, I wanted to see this low be taken before getting a bounce, and then maybe we can get another move up. It's not really what I'm favoring, but saying we didn't had a bounce, big bounce before dipping, we dipped before bouncing. I mean, bounce could be pretty stiff. So that's something I'm not excluding. Why am I so not stressed out about this? Like, I mean, most of you are in the course, are not stressed out about trading, but I mean, not feeling that we are about to see a big capitulation from this. Well, simply, this is not even like a complicated thing. Just saying Bitfinex buying. They built a big wall here that have been, well, we went through it, but there was real buying in it. And now they're adding more below us. By the way, maybe is the wall going below January low? Didn't verify. No, it's still above. We are seeing where the planned to have where there was a wall here that wasn't filled. Now it's a line again. The same way we saw a wall here disappear and went back more densely. And I mean, when I saw such things, I mean, it's rare that Bitfinex will as that wrong and will buy here and things will just fall. Can we see a bit more? Yeah. I just looking at this because I remember they were buying here. I still dipped, but the wall wasn't that dense. Well, there was a bit here. That one was pulled, I think. Anyway, I'm kind of just simply following what they're doing. And we can see on the magic spread that they really have been buying here. So there's just one red, but it is on really low volume if you look on a low time frame chart. There was just no volume. It's just nothing to really be considered. Yeah, there is buying here. Crypto research. So I bought no more 28k. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying. So here I'm showing the flat. So this flat is for scenario 3, 4, and 5. So scenario 3, oops. Scenario 3, we have a WXY to finish to down there. Here, well, what is on the chart is the X is finished here, but it could be finishing higher here. That's why, not that one, sorry. That flat, just say that the X could be finishing up here and we just make everything bigger. We have scenario 4, which is a triangle. So that one we will not see at 28K. I think it will see, but I know this is a possible scenario where we are still a triangle to finish, still a wave T to finish for the triangle, and after a wave E. And scenario 5, which is, yeah, the bullish one. The bullish one that say we have a wave 1 here, and we're just finishing a wave 2, and then we'll have a strong move. It's not my favorite either. I'm just saying this is confluence between several scenarios to say here's a good buy. I know there is bullish or mid-bullish case that say here's a good buy, so I'm buying here. Because I have buyers that say we will go lower with, for example, this scenario, but even the one that say we go lower have a good chance of us getting a nice bounce here. So scenario 12, I think which one is my favorite? Not this one either, but this one looking still for a 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my favorite is a diagonal, I think, yes. Maybe I'm gonna make a bit less things on my chart here. It's a bit messy here. Oh, okay. And so for that one, I could also see, yeah, the same thing. Here we're looking at an ABC for wave 3, so maybe a B and a C then. I could be wrong, we could fade here, but I mean, I think it's a good risk-reward ratio we are at right now. So I'm buying this. I'm still keeping a bit of the short, but I took profit on the most mid-time frame shorts I have. The one that have been taken in that range are mostly close. And what I have left is mostly an edge on my Bitcoin holdings. To be fair, I bought a bit more spot here as well. Can't hear you, and you can hear me. Okay. Yes, my mic is here. So yeah, that's pretty much the idea. We have a weekly OB. We did reach, I think I have this on another chart. We'll go over several charts. Do simple look up here. We are at the 100 exponential and simple moving average of the weekly, I mean. So the dotted line here, maybe I can change it to something more visible. So we dipped significantly lower, but it is a weekly one. So what is important is a weekly close. We can expect at least a battle, at least a try of closing the week above this level. We have that lower weekly level as well. We did reach finally that 50% of the weekly wick that tend to act as magnets, not as a precise level, but here it is, we reach it. The monthly one as well. Now remain to be seen. We could see a bounce up to, yeah, up to here. If we were to close the week above its open, that will shift the market mindset pretty quickly. If it's happened, yeah, okay, maybe I'm looking for a higher high. But otherwise, oh yeah, I'm just looking for just a little bounce here. So yeah, we reached significant level. Still have a POC a bit lower, but don't mind. Where is my 200? It's not on. Now we have almost all moving average on a bearish path. The shorter one below the higher time frame. Just the 50 here. All of them could be nice resistance. I'm gonna delete 9. We have the 21, the most bearish resistance. 50, 100. We have confluence where at the level we are looking at, and the 200, of course. So here's the exponential one. It's simple that was tested is way higher, but again, not that fast, but the bounce can continue for a bit. In terms of oscillators, I still pretty much oversold on stochastic. Not much to say on daily RSI. No. The most interesting RSI is 4 hours that is reaching oversold here. Barely. But you see how if we manage to let's see. Maybe we get to nose low or later. But usually when we reach oversold, we see nice bounce here. Yeah, well, here we have a nice bounce with a low, but was building again a bullish divergence in that area. Lead to a nice bounce. Yeah, here it failed pretty hardly. The overbought one also, you see how it also even more precisely linked to the top. Sometimes you got really simple indicator you can look at, and basically an RSI on 4 hours pretty strong. It doesn't mean it works 100% of the time, but it do work often. Volume is real. Maybe Brevert. Well, either your volume is too low. Maybe I'm speaking a bit low today. Yeah. Already art stuff personally running right now, so I'm not as energetic as I would like to be. Anyway, let's continue. Low time frame. Why did I bought here? Well, I've been talking about it for weeks, I think. I was looking at the level that we did go lower. There was one that was really interesting to me, was the 1-1 extension here. So from this high, you can see we did dip significantly lower right now. Just when I saw this move yesterday, I said, okay, I'm gonna look to buy, but I'm just waiting a bit, because at first we had a bounce on the 1-1 just perfectly on the first 4-hour candle here. But usually when you get a big dump like this, you want to have a bit of patience, especially with such high volume. I like to have another lower low with lower volume and divergence building. So here we don't really have 1 4 hour, but we have nice divergence building on 1 hour. And the count, just low time frame count, it's very extended, but I assume that we have a 1 2 3 4 5 here, making all of this a wave 3. Yeah, 1 2 3. Well, at first I was looking for higher 4 to compound the short, but yeah, I just let the chart show the path, and here I believe we have a flat. We did reach 0.618, and I'm able to count an expanding diagonal here. Where it is, yeah. Anyway, that's the first low. 1 2, the 3 is bigger than the 1, and the 5 is bigger than the 3, and we have this trend line diverging, forming a nice expanding diagonal. And if you think about this as we have also a pretty nice Wyckoff pattern. We have a preliminary support here. Again, when you see a big dip, usually you have a bit of a bounce on a preliminary supply. It's not necessarily the one you really want to look for buy. You want to wait for a bit more. And usually define, and there is no rush also to really try to catch a low, because usually you have a range that built for a reversal most of the time. I think it, yeah, quite nicely here. So preliminary support here, we have selling climax, automatic reaction, secondary test as a lower low. So when you get a secondary test as a lower low, it will usually mean that you will have another lower low. Here we have a nice bounce on the STP, pretty high. We slid to a choppy creek into a spring. Simply. Maybe it's a bit. So yeah, you got the high D. What's important is though it is not necessarily that fact that the STP doesn't really reach the bottoms of range, but it's reached it. And you look at volume. And clearly, yeah, we have nice reaction here. And you see here the volume as well, which was really all that range, and now we have already in that part, in that rise. So we have squeeze that when short are getting close, some are taking profit, so it come back down. I don't know, but it often do that on reversal. It is a leading diagonal, but you have this constant volume pushing price up, back up. Now it's slowing down, so yeah, it has the characteristic of the leading diagonal. Maybe here. So here we might have a 1 and 2 in process before continuing. Could go. Should low time frame have been pretty clean. Yeah, it's not always the case. When, well, we could have one here. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how we go here. And maybe something like this, which means a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we have another leg down coming. I will look at the 50%, obviously, because we have POC. If it gets a bit more trappy, I could see something coming lower to test the POC of that range. Well, volume is well spread in all the range. We have a POC, but it's not like sometimes you will see just one POC on low volume and the rest. Here the volume is spread pretty even. Maybe it will not act as precise, but we have a golden pocket racing. It will depend if I'm correct here. I mean, maybe we already retrace enough here. Yeah, it depends where the liquidity will be found. Do we have, can we look at this? And you see how long getting pretty aggressive. Making bearish divergence for now. And let's add the 1 hour, but I can see big traders, 60 million bought by big traders here. So clearly several people are buying heavily here. At the same time, it is not flying right away, and yeah, we are building a big bearish divergence right now. A big one, a significant one. Turn these two highs. So nothing is done, but yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we have enough of a capitulation here. If I'm wrong, could we extend the count a bit? Can we? Let's come back on the higher time frame. Thing is, the count is clearly not as clean as I would like it to be. I'm trying to think. Let me check about the comment maybe. Delirium catching up at 1.5 speed, yeah. I'm sorry, I cannot turn up my mic volume because if I do so, it will be too high. In fact, it's already reaching red here, so... In fact, it's already at the maximum. You could add a bit of gain, but can try to make sure to talk into the mic. It's in the right direction, everything fine. Is it possible we already printed A and B wave, A finishing with small triangle that I shared and the small fifth on wave B? What's this bounce? Small triangle that you shared. Where did you share it? Printing wave A and B wave, A finish. Oh, okay, send me a chart again because I cannot. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna delete this and yeah, we have the 3-2. So one thing maybe. Let's take that chart that is clean enough and have the important volume here. Not even sure I should take the low. POC doesn't change. Wave A, so could we have wave A finished on April 18? Yes. Yes, we could. 18 or, yeah, because here I really like the flat, so to keep it. And I think we can fit like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if we want to. Or even an ABC, in fact. Anyway, that's not a problem. We can have wave F finished here, wave B, and then all of this become wave C. So I guess for the big triangle you're talking about. I guess so. Again, a bit short, but yeah. So what Jenny suggested is that we finished a complete ABC move here. Now this ABC move could be for many things. It will not complete WXY. The same thing, it means that we could have a nice bounce here to finish on the Y then. It could mean that it hit a triangle somehow. The thing is, yeah, I'm not sure it's more, it doesn't resolve the problem I have with this last part here. And at the end of the day, yeah, something could be finishing here and could be just for a bounce or maybe a bigger one. Or maybe even more bullish structure, but yeah. And so, yeah, 21 million short at the bottom, you see it. I don't see so much, but it's mostly rec longs. So, yeah, this last move, I'm missing data maybe. Yeah, and this last move, really nice because we see a big liquidation event. I'm not sure, but something like 100 million of long liquidation on that day. You see a bit of stabilization, and then with a tighter move, smaller move, you got again a lot of liquidation. Meaning that people getting afraid, seeing a relief, saying, okay, I set my stop here because I lost too much already. If it go below, it means that it's dead. And then it just go back up pretty strongly. But I was here. So we could pull two fib, one from the last high and one from the other one here. Depending if we really are bearish, and yeah, if we are really bearish and we are just starting a wave one here, so that's assuming that we have completed a part, a move here and a correction here, and here we are starting just the first wave linked to this one. In that case, well, we could be looking, I believe, to the golden pocket here, value RL low at the minimum. A minimum, there's no minimum, but I would expect. I see such confluence. Yeah. Or then we have the POC that is really important. And when again, we'll be looking at the golden pocket a bit above it. Could see a lot of supply coming here and one last move into the golden pocket. Interesting. Could I see something lower? I mean, of course, we have a range here that is, it's nicely defined. Simply we tag the POC, so of course it's a take profit. At least now, what I've been bought down here is kind of protected with a take profit. Not risking much anymore. But if it's bearish and this is not a spring anymore, we have resistance. Yeah, we have a resistance here. 222. I will believe we'll have good chance of taking that high still. Maybe if we can't reclaim this range, this consolidation, and the POC that is here, that will be pretty important. The resistance to be claimed and to expect the longer bounce that will target 42k. In fact, it depends where we find our local bottom here. If it is in already, you see how this could become an A, B, C, 1-1 extension somewhere in here. But even if it come lower, between the 1-1 and the 161.8, it can be corrective. And if we start to go above it, then it start to look like a wave 3. So here an impulse. So if we got an impulse, then we have good chances of getting another move, continuation. So Jenny saying that's a problem when we got delayed. And I said the latency a bit high, not sync with the comment, but asking. I lost it. Where is my comment? You suggest that we go lower to finish wave C. Well, do you have a count for it? I'm just would like to see the idea, because for me the issue remain just this part. What do we do with that? Because even here, my current count, one, two. That's the problem. I feel like we are seeing this a lot on Bitcoin, that this move that are overlapping but in the middle of a trend. And you know, an Elliott wave, your switch, that's where you can't see a diagonal or overlapping wave. Into a 1 or 5, you can see an ending or leading diagonal, which means you can get more complex things than overlapping 1 and wave 4, like I was suggesting here for a 5th. Now we are overlapping, but it is in the middle. We have a big impulse first, overlapping, and a big impulse. Maybe I'm just wrong on the count. W, X, Y, X, Z. And we have a 1, 1, okay. Just an idea what I was talking. Yeah, just because, yeah, we have clear impulsive move, and we are overlapping, and clear impulsive move. So maybe we have an ABC here. What would it be part of? I could say we have an ABC, ABC. No, let it on, please. ABC. Okay. So maybe a W, X, and Y. What are those green boxes asking Hasset? Yeah, I cannot say your name, sorry. This is weekly order block, yes, in fact. We have weekly level, the green line, or the dotted one, and the box are order block indeed. And you see how we get nice reaction very often. Weekly level, we just have to be able to allow a bit of room. And you see that's a weekly level that comes from way before. Another block here is consolidation. And it play as support here. We dip below, but we closed above. And here as well, but significant move above. And sometimes on lower time frame you get nice trades too. Bam, bam. Well, I can add maybe a bit of gain. Where is... I don't have gain here on. Apalapam. How much can I add? 1, 2. And okay, maybe it's better like this. So the question is, can we have another lower low? We can always, at the end of the day. If it's continued down here, I would just wait for a range to build at some point. Maybe we get a quick correction like we saw here, but I mean, maybe. Yeah, still on the weekly level, so weekly order block. We have a daily level just a bit below. That's this low, but I think if it keeps dipping, next really level of interest is the next weekly here. But in that case, as I said, I think we have chances of getting a retest at least to here in that range before eventually continuing down. In that case, by the way, what would be the target? Yeah. I think that would be all for now. I mean, I'm pretty confident into the long for now. I don't really want to see a lower low. For me, this event, this volume suggests that it has to hold, or it could be worst. You can keep in mind here we have until 33,300. How much volume is it, by the way? 2,700 Bitcoin again. So 33,300. Yeah, it's really defending that low. And there's always a trade to be taken on a swing failure pattern. If we do, I hardly see that, but why not? Otherwise, yeah, I was looking at this as well. Always good to have an eye on the VWAP on several time frames. So here I have VWAP plus the previous VWAP pivot, no deviation. So we are pretty key level. That's also why I'm expecting this to be defended. It also allow, even if we are staying a bit bearish for some time, bouncing from here allow for exit liquidity, because it keep a chart that is still looking nice enough for people to feel the FOMO if they, especially if they capitulated here and start to see a nice rebound. Then the one that I've been buying the capitulation will be able to sell back to the one that capitulated, and will buy here again. You know, the poor guys. And so we have this, and yeah, it's an important level. On other, we did broke down, so we did broke down below the monthly pivot. No, that's a quarterly, monthly here. And then I like to take the previous one as well. As you see, there's a nice level with it. And we lost this one as well. Yeah, this is pretty heavy tip. It's not necessarily that that big in terms of length, you know, with the worst. But in terms of psychology, where it is, the volume that has been building for months here, and we saw it with a heavy liquidation. It is a heavy dip. So an heavy dip, you get either an heavy bounce, let's squeeze back up, because there was enough liquidity to create a big bounce. But yeah, either maybe we go to 10K, I don't know. Or it is a stock doing before I leave. And yeah, shifting on my chart, to Steph. Yeah, I forgot to show this channel, but we have this channel as well, that we have been broken down. It's clearly a sign of weakness. But I wanted to take a look at stocks, or maybe first CME. What is this? This is an old drawing. What? Oh, maybe because I'm not on this. I don't understand how this works. Sometimes when I'm splitting my chart, there is some old drawings that are still here and not the new. So CME here. Just to see the volume, it's a bit less impressive than aggregated spot. Would be interesting to take a look at the position on CME. Look at the report. I will look at this later. Okay. Backed. There's no volume at back. Really, backed was a thing in MicroStrategy went in, and since then there's just nothing. At least you see there is no much distribution either. Grayscale, what is GBTC doing? Oh well, GBTC, let's take a look at the premium maybe. Yeah, nothing much. Oh, I have a count from Jenny. One, two, 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good, I'll say. Oh, that makes sense. Maybe even more than mine. I will say we have a wave 3 in already, potentially. So that's also why, considering potentially that if this failed and this become just a redistribution, that we are into a wave 4. 236 minimum, we already reached. 382 potentially. So yeah, a good count. A quick look at stuff. So dollars, I can still see a bit of move again. I think potentially here we are now with 4. We are finishing a 5th, but it looks like we may have we may be topping out soon on the XY, so on the dollar. Let's take a look at the euro maybe at the same time. It will be nice because the euro will soon be cheaper than the dollar. Pretty heavy. 1-1 extension. Wow. Perfectly. I can delete this because it's wrong now. One, 2, 3, maybe 4, and 5. Yeah, unless this is a 4. Where am I? Here. We'll see. Maybe can reverse soon. 222 oil. So oil, I say what I said. Yeah, I'm just questioning if we did make a wave 3 and 5 here, or if we have another move up. It seems that it could still make another move up as well. SPX is, well, it's holding pretty nicely, in fact. It's 2 times we dip below the low. Still holding pretty hardly. Didn't make a lower low today. So that is fine. There's one thing I saw pretty heavily down, which is at the edge right now. It's a home builder, you know, ETF. So as just Alessio was talking about this on one of his video, and you know, if home builder go down, it means they are not building so much home. So it means that the housing market could be weak, and usually when the housing market is weak, it's not good for the rest of the economy. We have a pretty strong move down. See, we are quite an important support, but we also have this continuing volume, increasing selling volume. Don't mean we cannot see a bounce here, because we may have finished the wave 1, but this could start to get ugly then. Weekly chart on an ETF, so there is until several months possibly, but yeah, potentially also a complete 5 wave. Euro, gold. I should make a new count on gold. I don't know. Well, I guess gold will have still a nice future if the rest of the economy go down, especially if the dollar and euro go down. Well, it'll probably rise along Bitcoin more or less. And maybe, yeah, it looked like we may have a 1, 2, 3, and 4 as well. It's a 4 hand, or are we going for some kind of flat as well? Let's see how this could fit as a flat. ABC here, ABC, and so ABC. Yeah, for now everything is still holding, getting a pretty heavy reaction, but still holding. That was the Fed meeting, I guess, and the next day. As always, it's usually a good idea to thread the move coming on a Fed meeting. So I guess that will be it for today. I have just one that I will be looking at. I don't really have where it is. I had a picture of it, but yeah, lost it. I don't have a subscription anymore for on-chain data. And I saw there was starting to get a slight increase in the holding of the wealth recently, last week, but it was just starting. So I'll have to keep an eye on it. Here it is. So I'll find an update on this, and we'll monitor it. Don't forget, today is don't forget, may not know, today is Thoros Crypto first anniversary, so there will be a stream by Luke at 7 p.m. UTC, in a bit less than 2 hours. I think there is some prize to win, some free subscription and all the stuff. So if you're not part of the crew already, it's a nice occasion for it. That's for sure, to try. Okay, there's lifetime auction. Okay, so there's an NFT to be sold for a lifetime membership. And benefit of it will go to charity. There is a $200 prize on a quiz. ExoCharts membership to win. Yeah, there's a few membership to win. ExoChart. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you didn't waste your time. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'd like to have more energy. More stuff to say. But that's all I have for now. If we get another move here, I'll still be a buyer. My invalidation remain below the low. Taking profit is advised, but for sure the position that is being built here, I will keep some in case we get the full move to 42k. I like to slip into a good position sometimes. So it's both mid-term and longer time position for me. And if it failed, well, we'll see, and we'll do another live stream. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for spending time with me. Have a nice evening, nice weekend, and see you soon.